Yeah, I'm here about the puppy. Puppy was brought into a vet clinic.
Right.
Okay, puppy had a fractured leg.
Right, I stepped on her.
Okay, vet stated that you left.
I needed
Money situation?
No, I got 50 grand in the bank.
Okay.
The problem is that I think these places are kind of scams in a sense because the prices are outrageous. And I said, I'm not gonna have a $12 an hour employee splint the animal when I can do it myself for free.
Can I see the pup? See what we're looking at?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, sir.
Her dressing's pretty sloppy right now.
Okay.
But I just changed it this morning to see that if it was too tight, because she was whining a little bit.
Okay.
But
let me
she's fine.
Yeah, let me pick her up. Go so I couldn't see you. Now, what else did they say? Did they say that she needed pain med? Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't matter. I don't really want to talk to you. You're here, you saw the dog, we're good, right?
Right, right.
Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to the dog, okay?
Why?
Because I have to make sure what I want to do here.
She's splinted.
She has to. Do you want? I took care of that. I'm gonna need Phoenix police out at my address that I'm at. I'm gonna have to seize an animal. When you take a dog to a vet and it needs extreme treatment and you get an x-ray and say, I'm gonna bring it home because I'm gonna do it, and then do it like this, oh, she could get it stuck on a chair, hit it on the wall. It not only that, but it's too tight on her little foot, and you can see that it's starting to swell. He put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and that's unacceptable. It's against the law. Got PD coming out. We're gonna seize the dog. He went back in the house, so I got no choice. But it's the best thing for the dog. Get her back to our shelter. Okay, he's coming out right now. Are you willing to owner surrender her?
No, there's nothing wrong with her, dude. They showed me the x-ray. I said I can splint it. And I came home and I splinted it. And that's where we're at. Like, I don't...
Well, actually, the splint you have on there is so janked, it's probably doing the dog worse.
You want me to pay $600 for a puppy's leg?
Well, sir, don't have animals if you can't take care of them.
I did. I took him to the vet. That's more than half the people can afford to do at this point.
But you can't just walk out when the animal needs treatment. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great day, sir. Bye. That's funny. Yeah, technically I have to seize the dog. You refuse to own or surrender it. Dog needs to be seen by a licensed vet to get the treatment it needs. Dog's not on pain meds. Dog needs a cast.
So you've got a tibia, which is the long bone between your knee and the hock. In the case of this splint, it basically is wrapped around the toes and doing nothing to immobilize the hock or anything above the hock. It's entirely too tight and inappropriate. This hunk of metal is actually hurting the dog more than it's helping it. So basically, if you can imagine, if I have a fracture here on my forearm, if I have a 5-pound dumbbell there, that makes it that much worse because I've got 5 pounds dangling around there. Let's go ahead and we're gonna knock her completely out. We're gonna go ahead and get an x-ray to see exactly what's broken and go ahead and place an appropriate splint. Do you need to evidence bag this, AJ? It's a human finger splint.
So he got it and then just bent it right back up. Yeah, that was a super duper job, huh?
Could be highly efficacious, being that no part of that was actually attached to the bone in question. Our pup has basically a mid-shaft spiral fracture of the tibia. The good news is we've got a very, very young dog here, and because of the high metabolic rate, high rate of growth and change, they heal exceedingly well and exceedingly quickly.
Dr. Egar's convinced the owner's actions amount to medical neglect.
The decision to pursue absolutely no treatment in the face of an obvious injury, especially an obvious traumatic injury for which they've sought care for, clearly puts them at odds with the animal cruelty statutes for failure to render medical aid, and we'll be pursuing them on those grounds. So you can see the difference between our job and what the owner had done in the field. We've immobilized everything from the toes here to the mid-femur to keep that splint, to keep that tibia nice and immobilized.
So you ready to go, sir? Thank you.
The owner has chosen to represent himself.
When Lexi was admitted to our hospital, we have photographs of the device that Mr. Williams had placed on her leg. That device was woefully inadequate and was actually causing demonstrable damage to her foot. It is only secured to her metatarsals. Those are the bones right above the toes, and in no way immobilizes the fracture, which is at the level of the tibia.
You're saying that it's not strong enough to support a puppy's tibia, is that right?
That is correct, sir. The splint does not rise above the level of the mid-tibia.
It could.
No, it cannot. It's not physically long enough. You can see this end of the splint is ending right here at about the mid-tibia.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Thank you, doctor. Mr. Williams, anything else?
The reason that the splint is on there so haphazardly is because I was in the process of changing out her dressing, making sure that the swelling was down, giving it a chance to breathe. I'm a college graduate. I'm a business owner. I'm capable, I feel, of splinting a dog's leg. As long as the limb is immobilized, I feel that the bone, it will heal. I just didn't want to pay their exorbitant prices. Money's kind of tight, and I just didn't have the $700 to do it.
The only other thing that I'd like to say is that I asked him if it was a cost issue, and he stated to me no, that he had over $50,000 in the bank.
Yeah, I do have several. I've got a lot of money. It's a value issue. It's not a cost issue. I don't pay for things that I don't see the appropriate assigned value with.
The court has considered the evidence. At this time, the court does find that the seizing officer had reasonable grounds to believe a seizure of the animal was required in order to protect the health of Lexi. You are required to post a $250 bond. Hearing is adjourned.